If you have $1,000 in the bank, what would you do to make the most of it? Well, if you can't find an answer to that question, this video is going to give you the best answers to that question. See a lot of videos on YouTube where it says if you have $1,000, put it in these investments, and I just think that is complete BS. Not to down those creators or people who say that, but if you're investing $1,000, what's that really going to do? If it returns 100%, what are you going to get? $2,000? Is that going to change your life? Now, these steps that I'm going to give you to do with your $1,000 are going to be things that can change your life down the line. First thing you want to do if you have $1,000 in the bank and you want to make it into more is to take a class or a workshop. Knowledge is power, and I am an advocate for education. Education is very, very, very important. And that doesn't mean college, that doesn't mean trade school. It means learning whatever ways that you can. So a class or a workshop can be very beneficial. Very few classes or workshop are going to be costing you more than $1,000, right? We already know that, so that's out of the way. But what can a class do? A class can put you on the path to understanding or learning something that is more than $1,000 skill. You could learn a $10,000 skill, a $20,000 skill, a $100,000 skill, and that's why it's important. And then with the workshop, if you are someone who needs to learn by doing, needs to learn by seeing someone do something, then that's how a workshop can be beneficial. The second thing you want to do if you have $1,000 and you want to make it more than $1,000 is to read, watch, and listen. What do I mean by that? Again, it comes back to knowledge. $1,000 can buy some of the best business books in the world. $1,000 can definitely pay for YouTube if you want to pay YouTube Premium. YouTube is already free. It can definitely get you to buy a phone if you want to listen to a podcast or pay for an Audible subscription to listen to business books, money books. So that would be the best use of your time. Again, when you read, when you watch, when you listen, you are inheriting knowledge from other people that have done something before, right? And that is something that I very much advocate for, because a lot of my learnings have come in from reading, watching, and listening. Stocks, investing, business, learning how to do YouTube, learning how to set up my blog and build my website, and doing SEO and keyword research. All these things I did by reading, listening, and watching. And if you have $1,000, that's one of the best ways that you can spend it in terms of if you want to make that $1,000 into $10,000, $20,000, $100,000, or even more. If I had $1,000, the third way that I would use it to benefit me and my financial future is to attend a networking event. Now, if that event is overseas or in another state, it might be a little bit more difficult, but $1,000 can definitely buy a round trip domestic plane ticket, get you a cheap hotel for a couple of nights. But what can that do? How can that benefit you? Well, when you are at a networking event, you might come across someone that can change your life, someone that can pour so much value into you that it actually propel you to that $10,000, to that $100,000, to even $1 million. If you're watching my channel, it means you probably watch similar content like this. And how many times have you seen that people have made connections out in the real world from networking events that has propelled their businesses to new heights, that has shown them the way to actually becoming a millionaire and becoming financially independent? So if you have $1,000, you can absolutely turn that into attending a networking event, to a space where it can actually catapult you to the path of financial freedom. Guys, if this video is bringing you value so far, please leave a like for the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe if you're new. We make new videos every single week. I appreciate that. And let's continue with the video. Now, piggybacking off of attending a networking event, maybe you don't want to travel, maybe you're too shy to associate with a big room or crowd full of people. But what can $1,000 do? It can hire you a career or a business coach. We all need coaching. Professional athletes, music stars that use voice coaches, and so on and so forth. So if you want to turn your $1,000 into a lot more money, one of the best ways to spend it is on coaching. And that could be coaching that's $100 an hour, $500 an hour, even $1,000 an hour, because 1 hour with the right coach might be able to propel you to that path of financial freedom. They will give you insights and knowledge and kind of shift your mindset in a way that can get you to think more clearly, because a lot of times we tend to get bogged down in our own thoughts, in the thoughts of people who are not understanding where we want to go in our financial future. And so if you are seeking out a business coach, someone who has done it before, or someone who is just a little bit ahead of you on the path that you are trying to reach, that business coach can provide you with so much value that $1,000 is just worth spending on a business coach, even if it's just 1 hour, 2 hours, or whatever the case may be. And by the way, link in the description down below. I have coaching consultation on my website, alwaystalkmoney.com. So if you're interested in that, check the link in the description down below. The next suggestion for this $1,000 that you only have in the bank, and you want to make it and you want to use it to make more money. And one of the best ways is to start a side hustle. $1,000 is more than enough to start most side hustles that can propel you to financial freedom. One of the best ones is that you're watching right now, a YouTube channel. You don't need fancy cameras, you don't need fancy equipment. You can just use your cell phone, get a simple mic, and that's all you need to get started. So $1,000 can do that. If you are someone who would prefer not to be on camera, a blog is also a great way to do. I know that because I have both of these things. I have a YouTube channel and I have a blog, and they both cost me less than $1,000 to start. And you can learn to build a website on YouTube. You can learn keyword research, SEO coaching, and all these types of things for less than $1,000. So if you want to stretch that $1,000 to a place where it can make you financially free, and again, none of these steps are going to make you financially free in 3 to 6 months, but with consistency over 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, you will see results. I guarantee it. And the final way to spend $1,000, if you want to use it to stretch and to bring you to a path of financial freedom, is creating a personal brand. And I'm sure you've seen this all over YouTube lately, but it's not a new thing, right? Brands have always been a thing. This is why people buy Nike or Adidas. This is why people shop at Whole Foods or Walmart or Aldi. This is why people buy Mercedes or BMW or Rolls Royce. These are all brands, and branding is very, very important. And a personal brand is so easy to start. All you have to do is hone in on what your interests are, find a place on the internet that can help you to design a logo. You can use Fiverr or some other type of freelance service. For less than $1,000, you can get a logo done, get a mission statement or a direction that you want to go with this personal brand. It could be in your name, or it could be in another type of catchy name. Just keep it simple, don't make it too complicated. Then find your place on the internet that you spend most of your time. It could be Reddit, it could be Pinterest, it could be YouTube, it could be podcasting, it could be Twitter or X, it could be Instagram, it could be Facebook. Find a place on the internet and start providing value in your brand name, in your unique brand voice. And eventually you will build an audience, and eventually your audience will want to pay you for your value that you are providing to them. Just be consistent, always be learning, always be providing value, and just wait, and the money will come. And starting a personal brand is not expensive at all. All my logos for alwaystalkmoney.com, the logo, I designed it myself for less than $100. If I remember correctly, this logo is years and years old right now, and I wouldn't tell you something I wouldn't personally do myself. So if you have $1,000, those are the best ways that I think you can maximize that $1,000 to make you more money in the future. It's not going to be instant. You have to be consistent, you have to be persistent, and just be patient, right? Just practice those things, and I promise you, you will get the results that you desire. This is the end of the video, guys. I hope it brought you incredible value. Link in the description down below, as well as this QR code right here, alwaystalkmoney.com. Sign up for the weekly newsletter. It comes out every single Friday. Like, subscribe, become part of the family. We make new videos every single week. My name is Adrian, and I will see you in the next one. Peace and have a good day.